next time you go anywhere. What you will see is what you assume is become the new trend among children. What you will see has become a big problem, literally, and it's increasing each year. Children's waistlines are continuing to grow. Today I'm going to tell you about the causes, consequences, and prevention of childhood obesity. Now we're going to talk about the causes of childhood obesity. According to www.cdc.gov, childhood obesity is a complex health issue, such as their behavior, eating high-calorie, low-nutrient foods and beverages, such as breads or sodas, is not good in their case, and in other ways, medication use can also cause weight gain. I take a medication that has a side effect that could cause weight gain, and it's called Depakote. Sleep routines may cause weight gain as well. According to www.mayoclinic.org, sleeping 4 hours a night compared to 10 hours a night appears to increase hunger and appetite, in particular for calorie-dense foods and high in carbohydrates. And if you do sedentary activities such as being on your phone or in front of the TV or being on the computer, the child is more likely to eat than rather doing physical activity. Being in a community or an environment that doesn't support healthy habits, the child may become more likely to be obese, and if the parents are not able to afford healthy food, then the alternative for that would be they would go to processed food because it is cheaper for them. And then for peers as well, a child who is obese may have another friend who is obese as well, and that they would go to a party and have they would see all these high calorie foods such as cakes and cookies and other types of foods, and they would be more likely eating that instead of eating something healthy. On a Saturday morning or anytime during the afternoon after school, when the kids get home from school, they market to the kids then on TV as well. Usually they have ads. They would have ads for like Cocoa Puffs, for example, and that the kids would see that it is chocolatey and that you see all the goodness in it, and that the kids would want that, and the parents would get what the kids want instead of getting something healthy for the kids. Now that we talked about the causes, we're going to talk about the consequences. According to ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, childhood obesity can profoundly affect the child's physical health, social and emotional well-being, and self-esteem. It is also associated with poor academic performance and lower quality of life experienced by a child, such as their medical. They may get type 2 diabetes from this, and also sleep apnea, and also it may affect their social, emotional, such as if they're being bullied, then while they're being obese, then they would get low self-esteem later in life. Now that we talked about the consequences, we're going to talk about the prevention of childhood obesity. According to www.hopkinsmedicine.org, about 17% of children aged 2 to 19 are considered obese, compared to over 35% of adults who are considered obese. And how to prevent that is to do some changes, such as eating habits. Instead of eating high carbs, you would eat low carb foods, and then increase your activity levels. And according to www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, it was recommended that exercise programs in children with obesity should begin 20-minute increments 3 days a week, and up to duration 30 to 60 minutes subsequently. And that they should have some type of encouragement, such as a role model, and because they would have some sort of plan for that child who is obese, and that they would know what to do for that child. And that they should drink lots more water rather than beverages with sugar in them. And a good way to do that, to get them off of it, is to drink flavored water. In conclusion, according to www.sciencedirect.com, obesity in children is a health hazard associated with the same complications as those seen in adults. This afternoon I told you about the causes, consequences, and prevention of childhood obesity. Childhood obesity is a condition that can have a lasting impact on a person's life into adulthood. For me personally, I've experienced this. I'm glad there is so much more information out there to help those in need.
6 minutes, 46